Good morning. It is a nice chilly -13 degrees out this morning, but luckily we have a good indoor project to be working on today. Our friends over at snowgroomers.net sent us up a 72-inch wide snow groomer to go behind our Can-Am side-by-side. We're looking forward to using this, but first we got to build it because this is how it comes. I think it's kind of cool. They got it packaged nicely, so that way UPS can deliver it, and we didn't have to worry about getting a big 18-wheeler to freight it out here. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's all small individual boxes. So now we got to open them up, build it, and yeah, this is going to be fun. I always like building things. Every box is labeled. We have a razor lift, we have a razor, we have razor bars, we have a wheel kit, and then we have the two main boxes. So we're going to start with the two main ones.
Do you know who loves boxes? Brutus loves boxes, don't you? Yeah. Almost as much as ice. Yeah.
So this box is labeled the chassis. So let's open this one first and we'll see what's in here and see if we can find the instructions. This is going to be our main grooming base. This is what's going to leave the nice little impressions in the snow, make it look like it's corduroyed. So yeah, let's get this out and set aside. So these are built right in Utah, where they get lots of snow every year. This is where we get into all the fun stuff.
I thought it was handcuffs.
Ah, you were hoping. Here's your handcuff.
Not exactly what I thought it was.
Not as fun as you thought it was gonna be, is it?
Lock you up in that chicken coop for sure.
Right. I like that it's nice and bright, so if you drop it in the snow, you'll be able to find it easy.
I thought they were going to be that color, but that's just the packing.
I definitely want to make sure that they don't get scratched in transport. There we go. It's like a sock.
We have some nice trails and I'm excited to see what they look like, all nice and groomed, but we do have some dips and valleys, so I am a little wondering how that will work out. I'm not sure how big this thing is.
All right, this is our razor bar for cutting and smoothing. That thing is nice.
This is heavy duty.
It is. Set it up here for now. What's in this box, Brutus? Come on. More hardware, brackets. This is going to be to mount the razor bar so you can angle it to cut in differently in the snow.
you think you're doing. Last box. Oh, more bogey wheels. Is that what you call them? Or those wheels?
These are just wheels.
Man.
And then,
Oh, I was gonna say, you're gonna have to go online.
last box has our instructions. I got the snow groomer sitting on some 6x6s. Then I gotta undo our thumb screws, Brutus. They're not for you. I don't want no lickings. No, I can't play. I gotta get work done. No, sit down. On the inside here, they have a rubberized coating. I like that. All right, we gotta take some adjusting bars. Got a nut and a washer. Put them in right there, Brutus. All right, now I need to install our chassis runners and hardware. The cool thing is everything is coming wrapped and contained together, labeled nicely. So, bam. All right, we're gonna put our drawbar on that end, and then this end we gotta bolt up. Now we got a big giant snow flap to install, so this will keep everything from blowing back up. All of these bolts. That is the main part of the groomer base. Now we gotta assemble the rest of it. Oh, hey there. There's nothing like sourdough and a fresh cup of coffee any time of the day. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I love sourdough and I love my gluten. And unfortunately, Gina has become allergic to gluten. So we stopped making sourdough and a lot of the baked goods. That's why I want to thank Wild Grain for sponsoring today's video. Wild Grain is the first bake from frozen subscription box for so much goodness. They have sourdough breads, they have, let me grab and show you some of the stuff they have. I have some pasta, some nice delicious French butter, some Parmesan herb biscuits. I have another loaf of bread in the house that I've already been snacking on. Got some delicious big chocolate chip cookies. Who doesn't like those? And some croissants. So good. I try not to do too much baking in the house anymore because Gina loves all of her gluten too. So when I'm baking this stuff, whipping it up in the kitchen, and I'm spending hours in the kitchen doing all this stuff, it's not easy on her. So that's why I like Wild Grain, because I can just pop it in the oven fresh. I can take it down to the workshop and I can enjoy my own little treat without teasing her. Wild Grain also now has a gluten-free subscription box. So Gina and anybody else who is gluten-free can enjoy their own subscription box. So if you want to have all this fresh goodness without all the hassle, click my link down below and use promo code Lumnah and you're gonna get $30 off your first box and free croissants for life. Thanks Wild Grain for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna finish this delicious piece of sourdough bread and then we'll get back to the show. All right, I gotta fix one thing at least that I messed up. I have my razor bar on backwards. The teeth are gonna be forward, so I gotta redo that. I gotta put a tow bar on the back still, and we have our little wings that we need to mount on. But before I forget, I wanna flip the razor bar around so that way it's slicing into the snow. Luckily, it's an easy fix. 2 bolts. Pull this out and then spin it around the other way. I don't want to tighten those bolts up until we have this on the machine sitting at the right height and that we have the groomer at the right angle, because those teeth we want slicing into the snow and slicing it so that way it can get groomed better. So we'll wait to tighten those up. So now let's put on the tow bar, then we'll do the wings, then we'll be ready.
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
This is a tow bar, so if you want to tow stuff behind it, you can. There's also other attachments you can get to tow behind that, and those would hook up back here. Put our wings on, and then we can fly.
You didn't want to put any lunch or anything in there?
Nah, not this go around. The front hitch is a 2-piece hitch, which I think is kind of cool, and they give you shear pins to hold it in there. So if you hit something hard on the trail, you break your shear pin off and you lose your groom behind you. And then you just got to go back, rehook it up, and then you can see in the trail what you hit and what took it out. This will save the groomer a lot of damage. So you got that, and you get your shear pin. The other really cool thing is they give you 3 spare shear pins, and they have a place for them. So that way if you break a shear pin out on the trail, you're not left stranded. They were thinking. I like it. All right, now it's time to hook it up to the Can-Am, and we got to make some adjustments. We got to make sure the ride height for the trailer hitch and the side-by-side is between 15 and 19 inches. We got to use the snazzy little angle finder afterwards. We want to make sure that the groomer is between 0 and 2 degrees of a pitch, so we can use our little pin clips right here to set that, and then we'll set up the razor bar and make sure that that is cutting nicely. So yeah, let's bring this outside. Yeah, I might as well bring it outside, because if I back the side-by-side in here, the door is going to have to stay open. So we'll just bring this out, hook it up to the side-by-side, and then go. The other thing that's kind of cool is you can either hook it up to like a regular small UTV or four-wheeler hitch, or they give you this. This can go over a 2-inch ball or a J-hook, and then you put your pin and your clip through that, and that's how you hook up. So we have a J-hook on the Can-Am right now, so we can just still use that. Watch out, Brutus.
Watch out, Birdie.
So we got the wheel kit, so I am gonna remove or lower the wheels, I should say. So now I want to see what our ride height is. We are 13.5 inches. I'm not gonna make any adjustments there. Let's see what our angle is. So this is magnetic. Sit it on there and we are 5 degrees, 4 degrees. You want to be between 0 and 2. So let's see what that is. Get a better look at it. I'd say we're 4 degrees. So we got to undo the clevis pin here. I don't know which way we got to go. You'll have to watch it when I move it and tell me which way.
Okay. So you can...
Is that more or less?
No, that's good.
That is good?
You're at 0 right now.
Okay, so we gotta
Perfect.
put some back pressure. We're still at 0? All right, see what hole it lines up with. So we need to go right, still good. So we need to go in the 3rd hole. We were in the 2nd hole.
Yep.
All right, so now I want to let down the razor bar. And I'll make an adjustment for that and get it locked in place. All right, so I want this to be setting like that. So it's kind of cutting. So let me go grab my impact. We'll get that tightened up. And then the razor bar is made to kind of float. So you put the pin in, raise this up and put the pin in, or just let it float like this. I'm gonna raise it up for now until we get out on the trail, because if we're dragging up there, there's a bunch of stones still in the driveway and we don't want that getting ripped up by the stone. So let's pick this up. Like that. We have some grease fittings for the back wheels. Let's get those greased. Everything else I'm pretty sure is tightened up. We'll take the angle finder off because we don't need that.
It's going out. It's going out.
Is it?
Yes.
All right, next side.
Yeah.
It's always the opposite side. Where's it going out?
I think it's going out. It looks
Where?
like that was getting thicker, that. It looks like it's going out.
Where?
It's like on the other side. Look at the opposite side of that.
Opposite side of what?
Right there. It looks all blue.
It's not coming out of the axle though.
Where's the axle?
Over here.
Well, then maybe that one's not good.
I'm assuming the other one's not either.
Well, I don't know what you're listening to. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, don't be telling me stuff you don't know.
Well, it looked like it was going out to me. Well, it was just snowing out. It was just a tease. You know what's going to happen is we're going to end up getting all our snow in March and April when we are done. So hopefully that's not the case, but
We'll have the groomer if it is. We got the wheel kit so we can raise it up. So in areas like this, it's like nice and snowy, but we do have some stone up there that's loose, so we can put the wheels down get up to where we need to go, and then start grooming. And then if we have a place on the trail that's, say, muddy or nasty at some point, we can put the wheels up, and then we don't have to drag it through it. So it's going to be nice. All right, we need to lower the razor bar down. I also have this bar on wrong. It needs to be sitting on top. So this way we'll run in our slot. We want it in the slot because if we just let it free float, could potentially dig into the ground and just keep going. I don't think it would too much because we're going to hit here and then stop, but to be on the safe side, we're going to flop this around.
Well, it's not necessarily wrong.
I think the big issue is how high our Can-Am Defender is. It's tall anyways, and then you add the tracks and that lifts it another 3 or 4 inches. So in order to get this to work with a Defender, we got to swap the bar around. Because that's about as far as it would let it go, but you could still cut in a good amount because we dropped another 3 inches, and we don't want this digging into the trail and then messing the trail all up. All right, so now I can put my pin in the slot, and the slot is, I don't know, say 6 inches long, so it'll still let it float up and down. So that's going to help level out the trail and break it all in. So yeah, let's hit the trail, see what happens. This is a snow deflector, so that all the snow that you're cutting and throwing back doesn't just go up over the groomer. It helps it stay in place. And then the wings on the side are a deflector and help finish spreading it so you're not having like big windrows. This will be the first base, and then once we get more snow, the trails will get better and better and better. So yeah, let's see how it goes. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and if you wanted to, you could put weights in it too and go deeper. Yeah, can you see the difference from that to this?
So what we'll do is we'll set over, because this is like the road and it's be wide enough to do 2. So we'll go up one side, and then we come back, we'll get the other side. And I think that'll also make it pack better. Right now it's kind of fluffy because we got hard spots and soft spots from us going in it. So if we set it over, we should be smoothing that out. Once you groom it, you want to let it set for like 2 hours at least, if not 12 hours. What grooming does is it gets all the air out and it compacts it. And then if you stay off it for 2 to 12 hours, it'll compact it and set, and it'll like freeze better, and it'll be a good solid surface. So yeah, let's set over a little bit and we'll keep going. That razor bar knocks that down and then continues on smoothing it out.
This current snow layer that we do have right now is pretty mealy, so it's not the best snow to be grooming on. That's what we have right now. We're gonna get a base hopefully and get some more snow at some point so we can get some nice trails. So pretty excited.
So another nice thing about the groomer is it's as wide as the machine itself. The wings stick out further than the machine, but the groomer itself is the same width. So I don't gotta worry about going down the trail and clipping something with the groomer because it's wider than what the Can-Am is. So that's kind of cool. I just want to get out again, check it again. We've gone probably about a 1/4 of a mile and see how it's looking. It's looking good. Be interesting to see if we get a little bit more sun today, if it'll pack it more and what it'll be like later. The razor bar is working perfectly. It's cutting into the snow and kind of building it up. So that way when we're going down the trail, we're filling in any like divots. So we got like extra material sitting around so we can make the trail nice and smooth. So yeah, this is cool. That does such an awesome job grooming. Once it sets up like this from the other day, these trails are gonna be perfect.
Yeah, those tracks right now are not from today.
No, these are, so we came up here a couple of days ago after we put the tracks on the side-by-side. Now I'm kind of wishing we didn't, because we would have had a fresh powder to go in, but that's all right. We'll get more snow at some point. The groomer is doing a really good job. I really want to get out and groom all of our trails, but I don't think we have enough snow. Right now we have 5 3/4 of an inch. They want you to have between 6 inches and a foot to groom all your trails. So basically, if you're on a trail that is not like a roadway, so like our main road is nice, smooth, and flat. I know it's under the snow. There's not going to be anything that can damage the groomer. Out in our trails, they're a little more rough. And if there's a stick or a tree out there or a pile of dirt or mud or something like that that froze up and we don't have enough snow covering it, then we'll be going through and we'll be ripping apart the groomer. So we need to stay off of the other trails, unfortunately, until we get more snow. But once we get more snow, we're going to groom all of them. And yes, we don't need the groomer so we can drive our side-by-side on it, but we want to get these trails groomed up so we can go out hiking, walking, we can go cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, all the different things, nice and easy. And this is the first step to that. It'll actually be kind of cool because the wildlife will end up using it because it's going to be easy walking for them too. So if we have deep snow that stays knee deep, they're going to choose to walk on the groomed trail instead because they'll be on a nice packed ground surface. So over here you can see we groom it and then you can see the grass showing because we don't have a ton of snow right now. So if there's like a stick under that, as we're grooming it, we'd be hitting it and messing up the groomer. So we still need a little bit more snow, unfortunately. There's the moose right there. It's actually the one we saw the other day out on the trail too.
I would say so, yeah.
There's 2 of them.
There's 2. Where? I don't see 2.
There's one behind it.
Have a
He
go
just
then?
stood up. Hey, moose. Where you going?
Oh, no, I see the other one.
Get back here. That's kind of cool. I bet you the one we found dead in the pond is probably all part of that group. The other day we saw one out back, and I bet you that was one of these guys. Neither of them had antlers. The one we saw the other day didn't have antlers, so yeah. We have another trail over there, but we can't groom it yet because we don't have enough snow. Pretty sure they're eating on the little trees. They're definitely some good-sized moose.
So I super zoomed in. They're way over there where the tree line is, so not anywhere close to us. So it's really hard to see. Hopefully I got you some good footage.
That is looking awesome. The trail is looking really good. I kind of messed it up here a little bit, getting out, walking around, checking out the moose, but I am excited to see what this looks like all set up. And it pulls a little hard when you first start going, but once you get going, you can't even tell it's back there that you're dragging it.
I feel like that's where the tracks, it kind of starts off like that anyway. If you don't know what we're talking about the dead moose in our pond, we do have a video. It's not that far back, probably a few months, but we found a dead moose in the pond and Al had to go ahead and get it out. So that was a little bit of an adventure.
I think we go ahead, turn around, and do it one more time.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. I'm going to pick the wheels up so I can spin around. I don't got to worry about messing up anything. We just got back from doing our second pass. We wanted to do a second pass to help pack it. I don't have any weight in the back. I don't think about what I want to get so we can get some weight back there. It's got a compartment back there to put some weight in. I just want to figure out what will be the best thing for weight. Sometimes you're going to want weight, sometimes you're not. It's looking really good. We'll let it set up for probably 12 hours. Then we'll come back out, check on it, see what it looks like. And we'll keep our fingers crossed that we get like another 6 inches to a foot of snow. Then we can go out and groom the rest of them. Perfect fit. Look at that, I actually got a piece of equipment undercover. The name of it is Cinder. It's a pulse MIG, HFT, arc welder, and it cuts. Pretty sure, yeah, 10-in-1 welder and cutter. We need to do cutting, so it is gonna come in perfect for that. I just gotta get it out of the box first. It is packaged nice. Oh gosh. Nope, it's not getting used today. Bummer. Nix that part of the video.